Hafa everybody, welcome back. There's a big event coming up that you cannot miss. You want to bring everybody down because it certainly affects your entire family. It is the Governor's First Families Fair, and Phil Leunguro is with Adelup. He's the Governor's Deputy Press Secretary. Very, very long and distinguished title, certainly very well earned. Phil, Hafa and welcome to Harmon.
Hafa, thank you, Jason. It's good to be here.
Okay, so a lot's been said, and justifiably so, about this event. Lay it all out for us in terms of scope, who's affected, and what you can take away from it.
Sure. You know, Governor Calvo proclaimed August as Working Parents Month.
Sure.
And a big component of that was to promote all of the programs, both in the government and out of the government, that help our parents and, by extension, help our families. And so, you know, I guess the easiest way to explain it is, you know, Governor Calvo works to find these programs so that we can help our people. And the clearest example of that is what he's done with the tax refunds. He's the only governor in our history that has paid over $100 million in tax refunds in a single fiscal year without the use of special financing like a bond or a loan. And so, by extension through this, the governor wanted to make sure that we promote all the programs that really are helping people get a job or go back to college or help afford job-related costs like daycare or gas reimbursements. And as we were looking through things, there were a lot of programs that popped up that we didn't even know existed. For instance, at the Department of Public Health and Social Services, if you are on public assistance and one of the things that is preventing you from getting a job is the affordability of gas, they have a program that will reimburse your gas costs. If the only thing that's preventing you from getting a job is you don't have the proper attire for a job interview, they have a program that helps you afford that. And as we were going through all these government programs, we realized that this is a great opportunity for the government and for other non-governmental organizations to come together to really promote all of the great things that we're doing for our families, and that's where the Governor's First Annual Families Fair comes in. We're very excited. It's this Sunday at the Micronesia Mall from 10 to 5, and we hope everyone can make the time to come out.
Now, the interesting thing to me is someone my age, I'm 39, there used to be this book, and I'm sure it's still around there, but it was by Matthew Lesko, that one guy, and he had the question mark all over his body, he looked like the Riddler, and he basically told American citizens, order my book, and if you want to produce an original film, you can get $100,000 for that. And there are all these public grants that nobody knows about, but you can completely avail of. And because you're a U.S. citizen, these programs are available to you, most of which are free of charge, and you can get good money. This kind of sounds like the same concept where the governor has actually consolidated everything and just say, hey, if you need help, or you may not be aware, but there are tons of services that you can use to actually live a better quality of life here.
Yeah, and what we decided to do was team up with people in both the business community and the nonprofit organizations who partner with our government agencies or are part of the goal that we want to help people to make sure that they're here too. So for instance, the Guam Housing Corporation and GURA will be there to talk about public housing assistance. One of the great programs at the Guam Housing Corporation is something that if you're trying, the program pays for the closing costs of a home, which can be about 10% of the home's value. So for instance, you may get a home loan, you may be able to afford the mortgage payments, and you get approved for the loan, and you have to come up with $7,000 somehow in order to close the deal. This government program helps you, helps pay for that. In fact, it goes, I think, up to $10,000, which pretty much will cover the entire closing costs here on Guam. And so they will be there, but in order to find out if Guam Housing Corporation or GURA can help you, you may need to see a bank to see if you can either get approved for a loan, or if you aren't approved for a loan, you can get a loan through Guam Housing Corporation. So what we decided to do was partner with the private sector. We have 4 banks and 4 banks and credit unions, and we're so happy that they're out. Bank of Guam, Bank Pacific, Community First Federal Credit Union, and Coast 360 Federal Credit Union will be there. Some of them, including Coast 360, will be able to give you approval on the spot on that day. And if you're approved, then you can go over to Guam Housing Corporation and say, this is what I was approved for. Can you help me with the closing costs?
Outstanding.
So we really want to be as integrated and as seamless as possible in how we can provide the service to you and not have stumbling blocks along the way.
So you don't have to run all over the island, go all the way up to Harmon here, and then fly all the way down to Agana, you know, like on a Saturday, and you've got 3 hours to do so from 10 to 1 and everything like that. It's all one-stop shopping.
Yeah, for instance, we will be able to start processing you getting a Guam ID. We'll be issuing business licenses on site. And the clearances, for instance, to get a business license, you need to see GFD, Department of Land Management, I think DPW too.
Sure. And
all of those individuals, those regulatory people will be there. So you don't have to go around the island to get a business license. This is here right in one shot. A lot of Department of Public Health and Social Services programs could be one in a community health center, one in the main facility in Mangilao. They'll all be in one place here so that you can go and run the gamut through this. So really, if you're a person that's looking to get a job or own a home, navigate your child's education, or maybe have some need some assistance with the child with special needs, this really is the one place that you can go to and run the gamut of government and non-government services that can help you out. And we really hope that people come out because we really are excited to be helping them.
I was just about to say, I was going to say, what's the underlying subtext of this? But you seem to encapsulate it like pretty good right there because, you know, for basic services like home ownership or, you know, if you happen to be down on your luck, you may be, you know, you may have lost your job, or, you know, you may have trouble finding a job, or if you're actually just trying to start up a company, it pretty much runs the gamut.
Yeah, Gita will be there if you want to start a company, so they can talk about the business loans that they give to small businesses. If you're looking for a job, AHRD will be there with their job bank, so they can tell you what's being posted. If you're looking for a job and you need a trade, GCC will be there to talk about how you can enroll in their college, and UOG will be there too. And, you know, if you are looking for really anything in the government, I mean, we will have, Hurrah Academy will be there. So if you want to enroll yourself or your child in the Hurrah Academy, because they have adult classes too, you can go there. If you know someone that wants to...
We'll tell you what, I hate to interject, but we got to go to commercial, but is there anywhere where people, until the event on Sunday, can they go anywhere online and find more information?
We'll have an ad in the Marianas Variety tomorrow, and you can check out facebook.com/Eddie Bazacalvo. We'll have more information up on there.
Excellent. Well, Phil, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We're back after this.